How's it going, YouTubers? It's your man Joe Nice right here. Like, pretty much we're gonna be getting into it already from right off the rip. Now, this is gonna be a mind-blowing topic, and I already know exactly because everybody's been looking forward to this, especially all the anime and manga readers. Today, we're gonna be getting into Boruto episode 188 when it comes to the awakening. Now, I'm sure that this episode gave everybody chills only because everybody been looking so far up to this moment. It's been a very long time. And then now we finally see Kawaki. We see Kawaki lay down on the ground, and Konohamaru and everybody, Team 7, and the professor, everything catches up and they see Kawaki. They go over to him. And therefore, we see Boruto's karma react in the same way that Kawaki's karma reacts. And therefore, they're both in pain, some type of pain. So therefore, that's already a link right there. We already know, in other words, they somewhat connected. Obviously, we already know, why Boruto got his, karma seal and everything like that, and who the karma still is and belongs to. And we already know, for everybody that, read the manga and keeping up with it, we already know, Kawaki's, thing. Now, the thing is, in the anime, how they differ a little bit between the manga and the anime. In this one, they kind of go back into, a little preview of Kawaki's backstory somewhat. Like we see a younger Kawaki, and pretty much, he's traveling with this guy who's named Goro, whatever the case is. So him and Goro, obviously, I assume that they have some type of mission going on or whatever, and therefore he lost both his arms during the mission, the guy Goro, and tells Kawaki, gives Kawaki orders. Kawaki tells him that he doesn't want to go with him no more, and therefore he grabs Kawaki and, tries to threaten him, telling him he's going to teach him, a lesson, some punishment. And what does he do? He activates his karma and blows his whole chin. So therefore he blows his whole chin off. And somehow, most likely because he's Jigen's vessel and, he was trying to cause pain to him, most likely he became an outsider and got kicked out of Kara and therefore had to go elsewhere. Now, as we go back to it, we see Delta talking to Jigen, trying to, get out some information and stuff like that, asking, questions and everything about it. And, Jigen's telling her, not to worry about the situation, it's fine. And therefore Delta gets mad and, kicks the table over and everything and goes about her way. And Jigen tells her not to worry about it and brings the table right back and finishes the meal. So obviously we already know Jigen's ability. We already know, especially the manga readers, we already know his ability. We already know what this man is capable of, and we already know he's a force to be reckoned with. So Delta goes off to find Goro, pretty much to go track down the vessel, which is Kawaki. Now, back over to that part. As she goes to see Goro, we see Cold stand by. Cold is right there, eavesdropping and listening because he desperately wants to be, Ishiki's right hand man. You know what I mean? Like, he desperately wants to serve him, and that's who he lives for. He doesn't live for anybody else. You know what I mean? He wants to serve him. But back to that. So Delta ends up finding Goro and therefore tells him that they got a job to do, and the job is to go retrieve the vessel, which is Kawaki. Now, you already know Goro, considering the fact, the little backstory of him getting his chin blown off by Kawaki, you already know he's eager to go find Kawaki, and most likely to probably settle the score. Even though he said, nah, I'm with it, to retrieve the vessel, maybe that way I can become back an insider again, be promoted to an insider again, an inner. So he goes along with him, but I'm sure he wants to settle the grudge that, that Kawaki did back then at the time when he blew his whole chin off. So back to that. So therefore Kawaki wakes up, he has his visions, flashbacks of, Jigen, approaching him and telling him that he's his father and everything like that. Now, for Kawaki to even wake up and say, don't touch me, and you know what I mean, a lot of energy, explodes, that obviously means he resents Jigen already and doesn't like him whatsoever already and wants to keep away from him, regardless of him telling him that he's his father, And that's how he activates his karma from that. And, Konohamaru tells everybody to back up. Now, he notices the hand, he knows the karma on Boruto's hand, and he asked them, are they members of like pretty much to retrieve him, and try to capture him type stuff. And Boruto and him is like, no, that's not us. You know what I mean? We're Leaf Shinobi. And he asks him what the mark is, what the karma is. And therefore he proceeds to engage, and Kawaki doesn't listen and tells them that he does not trust him. And he's ready to fight him and play at their own game. So therefore, now we see these explosions come out of nowhere. And what do? We see Delta, Goro right there. And we see Koji right there. Now Koji's on watch. Delta's obviously suspicious and questioning him. Why is he letting this go down and not stopping this and not retrieving Kawaki to bring back the Jigen, which is the vessel. So therefore, Delta notices that Boruto also has a karma, and she wants to know how does he got a karma, and you know what's going to go on and what's about to happen. But before anything happened, Goro shoots. You know what I mean? He fires off and shoots and interrupts the the little almost battle that was getting ready to attend. And therefore, he still says he got to settle the score with Kawaki. And that's it. You know, Kawaki darts off, you know, shoots towards him. And therefore, they engage in the clash. And that's pretty much where the episode ends. He said once he captured him, he'd be promoted to the inside. So this is a real eye-opener right here. Like I said, like there's times where it seems like it's tuning into the manga, but still staying somewhat different. Like they're actually, you know, having other different members of Kara in the anime than they do, you know, fully in the manga. You know, some of these characters, like, you don't even see in the manga. You know, you never heard anything about Goro in the manga. They didn't have, you know what I mean, the last two Kara members, you know what I mean, that got killed by Koji, you know? So things is really heating up. Where do y'all think that this is going to go? Where do y'all think this is going to partake? What do y'all think is going to happen to Kawaki during the next episode, during this fight? What do y'all think is going to happen to Goro? Like, what do you think this battle is going to turn out? And what's going on? You know what I mean? This is a very interesting topic, and I honestly can't wait for the next episode, and I know y'all can't wait to the next episode either. So again, you know what I mean? Leave your comments in, leave your opinions in, what you think is going to happen, what you predict is going to be in the future, other than the little preview, you know, that shows Boruto, Kawaki, you know, getting ready to fight each other, going head to head, saying that, you know, the Lord of Shinobi is not dead and so on like that. But what do you think is going to happen, you know, way before that point? So comment below. Again, like, subscribe to the channel. Like, again, peace and love. It's all for us. We're about to do this. Let's go. All right. Joe Nice is here. This is Random Topics. I'll be back with another topic. All right. Peace.